Okay, the video series producing Atelier of Power workshop events. So we have column number 7. Phobia of selling. Now the phobia of selling is rather interesting. I went searching on our friend Google for what is the technical word for phobia of selling. I found names for around 400 phobias, but not a word for phobia of selling. But when you look up phobia of selling on Google, there are hundreds more people offering to cure a phobia of selling than all of the other phobias put together. There's not people saying, I cure your phobia of heights, in 3 sessions, or there's very little of that. But there's just thousands upon thousands offering to cure the very famous phobia of selling. And, there are very many ways that people express this phobia, and you, as an event producer for the Atelier of Power, need to overcome your phobia of selling. Now, one time at the trances training, where we have an exercise where somebody is speaking in a certain very powerful and dynamic way in one ear. You can be powerful and various good things like this in one ear. And in the other ear, there's a voice of the child. Oh, Daddy, look up at the stars. They're both speaking at the same time in 2 completely different voices. And there was one person in the room only who began by equally liking both voices. She was someone who had actually sold a workshop for 15 million worth of registrations. The only person who'd sold a lot. The only person who enjoyed selling and was very successful actually enjoyed both voices. You could interpret this in a variety of your favorite ways, the brain halves like each other or whatever. But the fact is, she didn't have a phobia of selling, and she was the only one who actually had no problem about selling. So there is a need for cooperation between different parts of you. And if one part of you says any opinion about this, well, it's incorrect, because any opinion is one-sided. Any fixed idea is very limited. So whatever the explanations are for phobia of selling, or even saying I don't have a phobia of selling, is just that, and then they invent the excuses, like it wouldn't be nice to pressure the person. But what I notice every time is they do such things as the client wants to buy, and they suddenly block by body language. They close their hands over their genitals without thinking. I mean, a lot of people do this when it comes to closing the sale. They actually physically blocking their energy as an instinctive reaction without even noticing. Only the people who don't have this problem notice when others are doing it. So as an event producer, you need to use what you learn in the activation training and notice when you're blocking with your body language and get over it. Like you can get over it in a short number of seconds using the training in the activation workshop. So you could go use it. Another major blocking is spiritual excuses. Like, what should they do? Is this really the right thing for them? Well, it's none of your business to be thinking that. The client came to you to ask about the workshop. Their intuition already brought them there. Which of course brings us to another one of the most famous excuses. Oh, go home and use your intuition. Well, they came to you, so they already used their intuition. So if you tell the person, go use your intuition, and all event producers that do this are just really making a big mess and blocking sales for no really sensible reason. Now, why does a person come to you to ask about the workshop? Well, their intuition brought them there. They ask you, do you think I should do the workshop to see if you believe in the product? They don't come to ask you should they use their intuition. You know, they would go anywhere else for that. They come to you to see if you, to confirm their intuition that you actually believe in the workshop. Now, one of the favorite excuses, oh, I don't want to pressure anybody. Well, get over it. You know, that's just a blocking excuse. Because if you did make a mistake and you did pressure somebody and they told you it was unfair, well, you fix your mistake. You would give them the money back. You just, if you make a mistake, you fix the mistake. But to avoid letting the person know that there is the workshop and it's great and they can do it, and that it's going to be the best investment of their life, and to not tell them that because you don't want to pressure them, you know, that's simply a war between spirit and body, and your body is creating excuses as to not let the spirit change. You know, it's an internal fight within your own self. It has nothing to do with your client whatsoever. Because letting that, there is a workshop, it does make change. You may pay this way or that way, and the person will say yes or no, and then you move on. If you can't just say it simple, strong and clear without any emotional reaction whatsoever, without any reservation whatsoever, the person will see that you're not believing in the workshop or your own self, or believing in results. And the main type of person that has this particular problem is in fact therapists who are not sure of the results they can produce in other people. So any event producer who is a therapist who has doubts in their own results will feel a professional jealousy at organizing an event that does guaranteed produce results. So get over your professional jealousy, stop, or better still, stop calling yourself a therapist until such time as you do get good results. Call yourself a professional when you're a professional. And a certificate is not what decides this, or a lack of certificate. You know, I have seen a person, PhD in psychology, and she spent 3 hours with Ernest Rossi, one of the greatest Ericksonian hypnotists in the world, complaining that the 11 therapists she tried were all bad. Now, what does that mean? It's the only person Ernest Rossi failed with. He's a really great therapist, and he got nowhere in 3.5 hours. I said to Ernest later, how did you manage to have the patience that I don't have and I never want? I don't want the patience to listen to someone complaining for 3 hours, because the complaint isn't doing anything. Clearly, this woman does not believe in her own results, as proven by the fact that she can't choose a therapist that works. She picks 11 that didn't work, so it proves she doesn't know a good therapist when she sees one, so she knows she isn't a good therapist. So therefore it's really important to, if you don't believe in your own therapy, well, don't think of yourself as a therapist. When you're selling the course, think of yourself as someone who's actually producing an event. You want to produce an event that works. You want to get the people in the room, enough people in the room that they have a really great time.